Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we had talked about the introduction of the course. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about how to create your first Expo project. So there's all the things which we're gonna do. So let's do that quickly. So for that, what we have to do, like to create an Expo project. So what we're gonna learn in this video, like create your first Expo app or build your first, app. So for that, what you have to do, you have to go on the Expo website, click on Expo. Once you click on Expo, you will went to this website. After that, click on read the docs. Once you click on the read the docs, you will find this article, right? npm create expo at the latest. Okay, so before running up this command, what you have to do, like if you have not set up your environment, so you can set up the environment very quickly by clicking on this article setting up your environment. So I just open in new tab. Okay, let me show you that. So what you have to do, you need a like Android device or like a real device or maybe iOS device, or you can also do with the Android emulator or iOS simulator. Okay, and inside your device you have to install Expo Go application, and once you're done install with that, you are good to go. And another thing is that if you are doing the first time, like make sure you install the Node.js as well. So make sure to install the Node.js. All right, now let's do one thing. Let's create our project quickly. So to create a project, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the desktop, and inside this gold directory, maybe inside the course. So let me create one folder, auth. Okay, course auth, something like that. Okay, I just created one folder. Inside this folder, we're gonna open our terminal. So let me open our terminal, and we have to zoom it. Let me zoom it quickly. Okay, and here we have to paste that command npx create expo at the latest. But before hitting this command, make sure you install the Node.js. So you can check the Node version has been installed or not by typing the node-b. So once if Node installed, you can copy this, paste this command and hit enter. So what it's gonna do, it will create one Expo project. So it's asking what is your app name. So app name will be what is it's going to be my auth. Okay, my auth. I just name my application name is a my auth for now. And once you define the your app name, what is gonna do, it will like create one Expo project quickly, and after that it will doing the npm install. You can see that, right? So it's gonna took some minutes. Okay, and this is how you can create one fresh Expo project. Okay, so let's wait for this to install this node modules. And yeah, also like what is like a lot of people ask me like, sir, you should go with the CLI, don't go with the Expo. But I would say, guys, nowadays Expo is really mature, and the ecosystem and the community support of Expo is really good, and it saves a lot of times if building any apps from scratch. So you should go with the Expo. Okay, even in my companies, a lot of the companies are now using Expo instead of CLI. Okay, so I would say if you're building any apps, just go with the Expo. You don't have to think a lot. Okay, all right, so our project has been created. So what they are telling that once the project had been created, open this project by typing the cd and your folder in the project name. So I went to this my directory. Okay, after that you can just run this command npm run android or npm run ios to run on your simulator. But before running this application on the device, make sure to download any IDE. So you can download the Visual Studio Code, or I've been using Cursor as well. Cursor is really good, so you guys can also use Cursor. Okay, Cursor IDE. So that's totally up to you. You can download the Cursor IDE and you can start the development. After that, once you went to this directory of your project, like my app name is my auth. Okay, after that you have to hit enter, code space dot and hit enter. So what is gonna do, it will open this project in your favorite IDE, like in Cursor editor. Okay, else you can just do drag and drop, like you can just drag and drop this project to open in your Cursor or in your IDE. Like after that, what you have to do, you have to open your new terminal, and once you open this terminal, you have to run one command that is called, if you see this package.json here, so they are telling just run npm start command. So you have to run npm start command. Okay, now another thing is that if you are using a real device, like if you have a iPhone or Android device, you have to install Expo Go application. And once you install the Expo Go application, you have to just scan this QR. Okay, you have to scan this QR code and it will start running this project. Great. Okay, but I've been already installed the setup the simulator, so I'm just opening my simulator. Now the next thing, like you guys be asking like how we can set up the simulator. Like as you can see this, the project has been started running on my simulator. Okay, So let me open it side by side. So you can see that our simulator is there and our project is started running this, and we had running this project. Okay, so let's wait for like how our project gonna be look like, and also we're gonna understand the file structure of this project. Okay, so you can see this out the first project, the first app which we had created right now in Expo Go, and it is like really a good and it saves tons of time of our development. Okay, now let's move backward and let's talk about something else. Now you guys were wondering like how you can install this emulator or emulator. So if you're having Windows machine, so what you have to do, you have to go to the Expo Go, and if you want it to run on like this application on your machine, so you have to install the Android emulator. To install the Android emulator, what you have to do, you have to install this, download the, like if you're using Windows. Okay, so click on Android emulator. After that, click on Expo Go. After that, if you're using Mac OS, then follow this instruction. If you're using Windows, then you have to download the Android Studio and do the next. Then set up the environment variable of Android, and there's all the things you have to just follow this, like just set up the environment variable, and once it's done, you can verify by running this command. So what you have to do, you have to just set this environment variable. Okay, you can see that how can you find, like this is a path which you can find, and this is how you can check that environment variable has been set or not. And after that, you can download an emulator by clicking on this virtual device manager, then click on the plus icon, create new device, and you have to choose the device, and it will set up the emulator. And if you talk about the simulator, if you want to do set up the simulator, then click on this iOS emulator, and there you have to just install the Xcode from your app store, and on the locations here you have to just do the brew update, brew install watchman, and it will do the setup of your simulator. This is gonna be really straightforward, and I don't think it's a time taking steps or time process. Okay, now moving back to the topic. So you can see this is our first project which we had created right now. Now let's go to the app directory and let's go to the layout. So here you can see there's a lot of already boilerplate code has been there, and they have been set up of already stack screen and also the tab navigation. Okay, and if I change something, let's suppose if I remove this whole code, so you can see there's a lot of code, so I'm just removing this whole code of home screen, and I'm just typing RNFES. Okay, now I just type RNFES. Okay, now if I just make it home for now and copy this name, copy this here like this, and if I just reload it, so let's check it out. So you can see this on the top we have some text index, but you can't see it because it's below the top, above the safe area, right? Okay, now you will be wondering like what extension I've been using it, like RNFAS, and it's created React component. So the extension which I've been using, that name is called ES7 React Native Snippet. ES7. Okay, this is the extension I've been using, ES7 React Native Snippet. So you guys must install this extension to make your development faster. Now let's talk about the folder structures which we have and the file structures, and this is how you can build your first app. So for example, if your name is like maybe Manish or whatever the name you have, so you can just write it there, and even type the name. Hey, you had built your first app. Okay, this is how you can write this, and you can see that build your first app, something like that. Okay, now let's talk about this code. Like we have a tons of file, right? And let's talk about this. So the first file which we have, one of the most important thing, that is called package.json. Inside the package.json we have tons of script like npm start command, npm reset projects command to reset the project. Like if you want to do a minimalistic, like here we have already predefined a folder based routing structures, and also like a predefined code base which is gonna save our time. So if you wanted to reset this project, like if you wanted to remove this all the things, you can remove by running the reset project command. And here you find a different dependency like vector icon setup, bottom navigation setups, and Expo font, Expo haptics. There's all the packages which we had already been installed. All right, now here we find the inside the app we can write, like we can create a screens. If you wanted to add one more screen, for example, it could be a settings screen, so you just write settings.tsx inside this, and it will create one settings page as well. Here you can see this settings as well. Okay, now after this you will find here assets. Here you can add the assets like fonts, images, and here we have a components directly there. You can add some components, and inside the constant you can add the constant. So we're going to talk about this all the files later on as well, but yeah, this is how you can create your first Expo project. And yeah, I would say, like, if you just started with learning Expo, I would say just install the Expo, go on your phone, whatever the phone you are using, no matter Android or iOS, and you can start building your first app. And yeah, in the next video, so far, what we had to understand, like how to create your first Expo application. And in the next video, what we're gonna do, we're gonna just start working on creating this sign up screen. This is a screen, I think login screen. We're gonna start working on this. So yeah, I think that's all in this video, guys. I will also provide this link to the syllabus so you guys can check it out. And yeah, let's follow this course, and you're gonna learn really a lot of things, because in every application, like if building any applications, production ready application, so there we're gonna implement authentication module, and this course make you really professional, people. So stay tuned with the for the course, and let me know if you have any question. Thank you. Bye.